Uh,
Yeah,
Welcome
hi.
back to our second round of interview. So, I'm Mahesh. I have 13 years of experience in ENY for last 13 years, I'm working into data analytics domain, and I'm working on multiple projects here in ENY. Simply horizontal where we manage different teams. So, yeah, welcome back. Can you quickly introduce yourself and your current project which you are working on?
Yeah, thank you so much. Before I just speak about myself, thank you for pushing me to the second round. Really glad to give the second round interview with EY. So myself, Dinesh, I have 4 years of experience and relevant experience in Power BI is almost 3 years. Before Power BI, I was bit part of SQL development. I was writing the complex code in SQL. Currently, I'm working in Fidelity. That's my only company which I'm working so far in 4 years. And here I have experience working with SQL, Power BI reports, visualizations, building a dashboards, and
Okay.
so trying to solve a complex problem here. And coming to my client, I'm working for a Cigna client. So Cigna is basically an insurance company in US. So the objective of this report was to try to build a report where the business is lacking. When I
Okay.
say lacking, which part of the product is not working or not being sailed or which product is going good. So we try to find out the reporting in terms of numbers, the key influencing factors, like what is the total revenue, what is the total production cost, like how much revenue they have generated over the past 3 months, 6 months. So this type of reporting we have generated.
Okay.
And to come with my role, basically I was a developer. Right from the requirement gathering until publishing a report, I have taken a complete responsibility, and I was a person who was having a premium access. So I was able to create a gateway as well as I was able to schedule a refresh. So this is a short introduction about myself and the project which I'm currently working on.
Yeah, good, good. Thanks. So, what was your data source for this project? Or
Some of the data we were getting from the flat files. When I say flat files, it was CSV files, Excel files that we were getting from the third party. And our main data source was our SQL developer. So the MySQL server was our database. We were directly connecting to our Power BI and getting the data.
okay, so you do not have to do anything on data source, right?
Data source in the sense data is available. We are trying to pull it to Power BI, and in Power BI we do like all the transformations,
Okay.
whatever is required as per the business. We are using inbuilt ETL tool called Power Query Editor, and using that we are achieving it.
Yeah, great, great. Okay, could you tell me like how big was your data and what was the number of fact tables and dimension tables present there?
Yeah, so our data was around 800 MB. We're not dealing with a huge data. It was like we were dealing with 60,000 customers. So 60,000 customers insurance policy details we add. To be accurate, our data size was around 800 MB, which was around 243 columns and around 60,000 odd records.
Okay, yeah, that was pretty useful. Yeah. So, have you ever been into such position where you found out like there are some issue in the report or some bugs which has been identified? So, and how did you fix those issues?
Okay, you're asking about any issues that have come across in the reporting?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So yes, there was a few challenges which I faced it. Initially, the report was completely built by ourselves, and slowly the client started giving their own icons, the own logo colors, the logo symbols, and the font color, the color combination. They wanted everything as per the standard of the company. So slowly, what happened is once we have implemented it, and then directly we were about to change it, we wanted to migrate it. So this type of challenges we had. And coming to the few of the production issues, what we found is some of the users, even though we give the RLS, the row
Mhm.
level security, they were not able to see the report properly. There were few hidden images, hidden visuals. So this type of challenges we had. So how do we handle is we within our team we try to give a dummy account. For example, let's say our manager is there, our technical person is there. We try to give viewer access, contributor access, and we check multiple rounds of testing before even giving the access to the client. So this way we have managed. This was one challenge where we try to fix the production issue at a runtime.
Okay, great, Dennis. So, did you had any separate team for testing, or you guys only were testing the reports?
As a Power BI developer, you cannot depend on anyone else for testing. That's what we believe in our team, because there is it's like someone who is testing a report has to again understand the business. So what exactly we have done here is we try to do all the type of data validation by our own. When I say data validation, whenever we are doing a transformations, we try to check with the source data. We just go and aggregate it at a source data by using a SQL. That is a one type of a testing. And the other type of testing is if you have any DAG functions, rather than directly implementing out on a real data, we just create a sample data and we make sure that this DAG function is working properly on the sample data first. Then we try to implement the same thing on the actual data. So this is how something which we have managed in order to do the testing. So data validation, data testing, all the quality testing, smoke testing, everything is handled by the developers.
Okay, great. Nice way to go ahead. Yeah. So, as part of your introduction, you said like you were working on one of the sales projects. So, could you explain me the project architecture?
Yeah. So I was talking about the Cigna insurance product sales, like how the product sales is going to be sold with respect to insurance in US. So that was our main objective. So the architecture was the straightforward. The requirement, the client did not give us the actual data. It was we who have to get into the data, get into the database, and try to get the right data. So the architecture is like try to collect the data from the SQL server. That's our main server. And we were getting some flat files. So getting the flat files was also a part of the source. So this was all with the data sources. We tried to pull into our Power BI. We used import mode because we wanted to do a lot of calculations on time intelligence, and we wanted to add a few more extra logics and DAG functions. So import mode was the best one. And in fact, the data was also very small. So we try to pull it into a Power BI. So in Power BI, first is Power Query Editor. We do all the transformations here. So I've tried multiple transformations like appending, merging, creating relationships, as well as making sure that entire data is available for your business. And we used star schema in order to make our report optimized. So all these transformations, everything we have implemented in Power Query Editor. And then coming to the Power View, this is where our main goal was. You have to be very smart in creating your reports. Like you have to use your complete designing part, a better user friendly. We have used column chart, pie chart, donut chart, cards, multi cards, and also we have used custom charts like Sankey charts, infographic charts. All these charts we have used and made it user friendly. And the way which we have handled is we have created a lot of slices which makes a user to select as the filters they want. And finally, once this is done, we also give some RLS row level securities, and then we give access in a Power BI service. So overall, this is what the end-to-end which we have done. And the current project, which was almost went for 1 year, and now we are supporting the report.
Okay. So, Dinesh, what was your role in this project?
In this project, like last 1 year, I was at 3 years experience when I joined this project. So a lot of responsibility was given in order to get the requirement from the clients. And we also wanted to collect as much as information, understand the business. So it's like a Power BI developer is not only a person who does the technical steps, he should be also knowing the business. So trying to understand the business, what is their important objective, how we can contribute it, what suggestions you can give them. So this type of business intelligence, I was part of the business intelligence, and technically I took a lot of responsibilities in order to build a report. I was like majority of the reports like charts as well as the DAG function implementation. That is something which I have handled it. And overall, I can say a complete pure developer along with a business knowledge.
Okay, great. So, with respect to the technology Power BI, what is your strength area? Like in which area you see yourself as you can manage any kind of challenge with respect to technology?
Power BI itself, I would say that I'm strong, but in that, if I specifically want to tell apart, I would say I'm good at DAG functions, and I have a very good experience in Power BI service. So this two, I can call it as my top two skills, because I've got a lot of opportunity to work here. That makes me a bit confident in working in the real time as well. And this is something which I got experience in the current project, where I was able to publish it to the around 400 to 500 users. So that is where I gained this experience.
Okay, great. Let me put you in one scenario. Suppose you have got the requirement and you're discussing this requirement with your teammates, and there is a conflict in the way the solution should work, or solution should happen within your teammates, or with the client. So have you been into any situation like this, and if yes, how did you manage it?
Honestly, yes, we do have a conflicts in not only in my team. I would say that in almost every team there could be always a conflict. So overcoming the conflict is always a teamwork. So in my case, in one of the sprint, I would say that in one of the module, there was a bit of confusion, like which chart to use. Maybe like some of the architect, the project manager was telling like, why can't we use an area chart? But I was pretending to use a line chart. There was a conflict, I would say. Like I had all my pros and cons listed out, and maybe the manager was also repeated with respect to other charts, the all the pros and cons, how this could be helpful in the clients. So this type of conflicts are there. Yeah, end of the day, I have to listen to my manager. That's hard and fast rule. But I would always stick on to the ideas. If any chart has been maybe any topic, I would say anything is like any good suggestions. My approach is very simple. I create a lot of POC projects, and I'll prove them that this is a better in terms of a performance,
Okay,
in
great.
terms of a
Yeah.
understanding, in terms of user friendly. I try to do them and then I show it. So yeah, there are a few conflicts where my idea was being appreciated, and there were some situations where my idea was being rejected as well.
Okay, okay. So, and let me put you in another situation. Like, suppose you are working on the project and there is a new trainee in your team, and a new person in your team, and he is very new to Power BI. So, have you been into this kind of situation, and how did you manage it?
Recently we do have some of the new hires that is like they are taking into the team. So I took a complete ownership of giving them a KT, the complete knowledge sharing with respect to technical as well as the business. So and in fact, I start with the business because Power BI
Okay.
anyone can learn it. It's just a business intelligence tool. You just need to know how to operate and navigate between the tool. But the more challenging comes is at the business part. So I would say if you are a Power BI developer, 60% you have to be good at business, 40% if you are good in Power BI, that's itself more than enough in order to solve it. So I started with them with a business, try to understand, make them understand in-depth knowledge of business, what exactly the terminology is. Because usually what happens, the challenge is Indian insurance company versus US insurance company. There's a different way of operation. So we have to understand their business first. So that is where I got experience. And since I deal with the client most of the time, I am the person who always handle the calls, weekly calls, monthly calls, try to explain the report. I have a fair knowledge on business. So a lot of responsibility was given in order to train and groom the freshers or a new person. That type of experience I do have.
Okay. So, Dinesh, it seems like you have a lot of workload and work pressures as well. So, how do you manage these workload and work pressures?
Yeah, that's the difficult question, but I would say that I usually manage my time. Managing time itself will create most of the like it will solve most of the issues. So I'll make sure that I work productively for 5 hours. Then I'll try to give an update to my manager. Then I'll try to I try to interact with the team, just take some insights. So always I am a person who always believes in teamwork. So individually you cannot grow. Maybe you cannot even improve as a project. You cannot even develop it, but as a teamwork you can always definitely grow. So what we do is we follow a method where every day we connect with the team, try to discuss what is going on, what is the trouble they're facing. So always we try to solve the troubleshooting. Someone is stuck somewhere, we try to solve it. So this way we reduce our pressure between the team. I'm not talking about a personal, but in terms of a team, we handle a pressure. We try to divide our work. We'll collaborate each other, and every day we connect 1 hour to discuss what each one is working on, because each one will be given a different modules. So this type of work handling with respect to the team and taking my day, first 4 hours of the day, I try to be productive, and rest of the day I manage to do the pending task.
Okay, great, great. A nice way to distribute your work and be productive. Yeah. So then it's like since you are into Power BI field, so where do you see yourself in next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, I would like to answer this question in two ways. One is a short-term goal and one is a long-term goal. Short-term goal, the 3 years, I would say that since 3 years, it's been almost 4 years my experience. 7 years, when I'm at 7 years experience, I need to lead a team. That's my main goal as a short-term. So I need to learn a lot of things in terms of managing a team. Here, I had a very good experience working as a developer, but definitely over 3 years, I would like to lead a team. I would like to take more responsibilities and I need to build a report. So this is like a short term. And long term, if you see, it's almost 4 years I'm into one company. So definitely next 4 years, I would like to be in this company and I would like to prove myself and take to the next level. And in terms of technical or business, I always keep updated with respect to the tool. Today, it could be a Power BI. Tomorrow, it could be any other tool. But the concepts, the way you approach the problem will never change as long as you're very sharp in solving it. So that type of skills and also trying to learn more about the business is something which I need to concentrate. Today it could be insurance, tomorrow it could be banking, day after tomorrow it could be a telecom. So I need to switch on to the domains and make sure I'm available for the reporting of any business.
Okay, great, great. Okay. So it seems like the way you have explained your project, it seems like you have quite challenging job in your hand. So, but why are you looking for a job change now?
Yeah. See, one thing is I'm not looking for a package. Honestly, this is something I would say pretty happy with what I'm getting. But the work which I'm doing is like completely become a stable. Like for the last 3 4 months, right? We are supporting. When you say supporting, we are not getting any development. We are not getting any enhancements. Like every day, I'm getting a font change, color change.
Mm-hmm.
A viewable report is not working, or maybe a small bug fixing. So my personally, I thought that being a good resource in Power BI, maybe I'm not I'm not involved in a lot of challenges. So that is the one reason. And the next reason is last 3 4 months I felt like I'm losing a lot of skills in technology. Like since I'm not working, I felt like maybe I'm doing a research, I'm doing a lot of POCs. That is the secondary part. But with respect to the hands-on, I felt like I'm not getting a good opportunities. So I thought 4 years I've stabilized my career. So I thought this could be the right experience for me to have a switch.
Okay, yeah, yeah, great, great, Dinesh. So, Dinesh, I'm pretty much done with whatever I had to ask to you. So probably HR will come back and contact you probably today or day after today. So thanks talking to you, man, and have a great day ahead.
Yeah, thanks much. So just one question.
Yeah.
What type of role I can expect here? What type of challenges I can expect?
Challenges with respect to what we have is like we will be using a database where the lots of huge amount of data we have. So that one challenges will be like with respect to the amount of data which will be analyzing in Power BI. And roles, it may be like you could be working as a team player, or you have to manage a workforce of 2 or 3 people. And also there might be a case like you might have to share your work experience with the younger people. So that's what we are looking for.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. This was very useful and excited to start with. And thanks for your time.
yeah, same, yeah. Thanks, Dinesh. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.